Walk through a mall and pursue the kiosks, and you'll see some pretty bad knockoffs. Maybe you've seen a friend or coworker sporting a bag they're sure is real, but you can tell it's fake from across the room. It's easy to be fooled by knockoffs, but the people behind these funniest knockoff fails weren't even trying.
Amazing!
Number 20. I grew up watching cartoons, and I'd recognize Mickey Mouse anywhere. These imitations, not so much. The lovely rat, what a coincidence. That rat has big mouse ears. Not to mention he isn't lovely at all. But hey, if you're not into the lovely version of Mickey, that's okay. Maybe you're more attracted to the bad boys, like Dangerous Mickey Mouse here. Number 19. This brings us to another franchise I fondly remember from childhood, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Who didn't love the cool kung fu moves in those hard plastic shells? But whoever designed these ripoffs should be hiding under a shell of their own, especially since the Turtles were all about fighting crime, and selling knockoffs is definitely one of those. Number 18. Speaking of fighting crime, if the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles need backup, they could just call in the Sense of Right Alliance. What? You never heard of them? Neither did I, but they look suspiciously like some other famous comic book characters I can't quite place. And if our Sense of Right Alliance pals need help, they could just call in a favor from Robert Cop. You know, that half-robot, half-cop guy with the exceedingly catchy moniker of Robert Cop. Just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? Number 17. I'd expect to see knockoffs in toys and expensive designer duds, but I don't anticipate seeing them in the soda aisle, considering brand name soda isn't that posh. However, it turns out that even beverage makers like to knock off name brands, like this Mountain Lightning. Well, at least they didn't call it Mountain Ew, although that's probably what it tastes like. Number 16. These markers look like familiar Sharpies from a distance, and possibly even up close. But take a better look at the name. What are Sharpies? No offense, but that sounds like something you might catch if you forgot all those health class lectures about safe sex. Markers? No thanks. I'll stick with the regular Sharpies. Number 15. Some people call their favorite coffee house by a different name, like 10 Bucks Coffee, but Sunbucks is a new one. You've gotta love the mane on that dog in the logo. He's one hairy mutt. As for this pan burger partner, well, there's a pan, and there appear to be some burger bits. It does vaguely resemble its hamburger helper cousin, but pan burger partner just doesn't have that catchy ring to it, or the talking hand. Number 14. Some of these knockoffs are so bad they could drive me to drink. Just not this knockoff alcohol. If someone gives you a bottle of whiskey at the next holiday, be sure to take a close look at the label and make sure it's not John's Daphne, or this Johnny Worker's Red Labial. Actually, this whole label might belong in the adult reading material section of the store. Number 13. Who doesn't love to play video games? Someone who bought one of these cheap knockoffs, I'm guessing. Anyone up for a game on the old PolyStation 3? Good luck finding cartridges to fit that. Or this X Game 360? There's another PolyStation, first generation this time. Oh hey, this cartridge will probably work. It's Super Wonderful Mario. Way better than regular Super Mario because, you know, he's super and wonderful. Number 12. By now, everyone and their dog, not to mention cat, has played Angry Birds. Guess the inventors of these knockoff pencil toppers wanted to make use of their thesaurus. These birds aren't angry, they're just expressing their feelings in a non-productive way, right? Of course it could have been worse. At least they didn't get labeled the Hangry Birds. Number 11. Footwear is another category of products commonly struck by rip-off artists. In this case, someone tried to sneak these fake sneakers past consumers as real. Air Jordan 13 Gucci? Anyone? I have a bad feeling if you actually tried to play basketball in these Jordans, they'd probably fall apart. But if you're not the athletic type, check out this other fake shoe, the Air Jordan 11. It's got a special picture of Barack Obama, who clearly is so desperate for cash he's endorsing sneakers now. And guess making speeches doesn't pay that well after all. The economy. What are you gonna do? Number 10. Everyone's heard of the Fooey, the fake Louis Vuitton bag. Some of these are more convincing than others, but the person responsible for this one just wasn't even trying. Actual Louis bags are never put together with cheap glue and cheaper stitching. And let's be honest, if Louis wanted to make a genuine LV car, would they pick an old sedan? Then there's the person who decided to rip off Hugo Boss, and didn't even bother to spell the designer's name right, or correctly translate it into another language. Hugo Boss is a popular brand of clothes and cologne, but I'm not sure what Juan Bazas is. Number 9. Picking out a wedding or prom dress can be time-consuming, not to mention expensive. I don't blame anyone who wants to just skip the hassle and buy a dress online. Unfortunately, many shoppers who do this get something very, very different than the dress pictured. Like this side-by-side comparison. On the left, you have a perfectly tailored dress. On the right, something like a sack of potatoes wearing a fluffy skirt. Up next is this dress, which isn't even the same color as the one advertised. Although, I certainly give the designer points for providing that something blue superstitious brides want to wear on their wedding wedding day. I'm not even sure what went wrong with this last one, but this prom dress appears to have one changed color, gotten shorter, and lost a lot of tailoring around the waist. But hey, it might work if you're going to prom at Candyland High. Number 8. Back on the electronics aisle, former President Barack Obama must be really desperate for cash with all these tacky product endorsements. I mean, I know he supposedly loved his Blackberry, but I never heard him express the fondness for the knockoff Blackberry. Of course, back when he was in office, presidents didn't tweet all day, so maybe I just missed the sent from Blackberry signature, or not. Number 7. The IPO Host 6 just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? Lacking any presidential endorsements, this one must sell itself with its high quality and catchy title. Or maybe they're just hoping you won't look too closely at the box. Whatever. Number 6. Who doesn't remember those old Trix commercials from childhood? Silly rabbit, tricks are for kids. Don't feel badly for that rabbit though. I'm sure he just goes to the store and buys a box of these pranks. Hopefully what they lack in the authentic taste they make up for in extra sugar, so he can keep hopping frantically around. Maybe next time he'll get to the real stuff before the kids. Number 5. This is like one of those what's wrong with this picture games. Here we have the Android iPad, the box bearing the little robot logo I associate with Android. And yet, it's somehow an iPad. Perhaps it's from an alternate universe where the two companies combined. This theory might also explain the iPad. No, you don't need an eye doctor. It says iPad. While you're using those fabulous tablets, you might want to listen to some music. Need some Sony headphones to go with that? Number 4. Darth Vader is really branching out and trying new things in the latest Star Wars movie. He's given up demolishing Death Stars to be a motorcycle cop. Sounds bizarre to us too, but why judge? Surely conquering entire planets and plotting galaxy domination can't be that easy. Sometimes you need to pick manageable goals, right Darth? Number 3. Now this movie character at least looks something like himself. Too bad he's in the wrong movie. Toy Special 3. Poor Buzz is frozen with shock. He always thought he was in Toy Story. Number 2. There are so many things wrong here, I don't even know where to start. For one, I'm pretty sure the Power Rangers never went to space. Why bother when you can fly around Earth all you want? But then there's the fact that these guys in the middle aren't Power Rangers, or heroes from a show about space. That's Batman and Spider-Man. And apparently they're even more hard for a cash than a former president, because they're doing a cameo in this Power Rangers of Space movie. Number 1. Everyone remembers the iconic blue iMac of the early 2000s. If you didn't have one yourself, you probably knew someone who did. Unfortunately, this knockoff was made by eMachines in 2012. Apple ended up taking eMachines to court, because apparently the similarities had them feeling as blue as the famous original computer. Have you seen a shining example of a really hideous knockoff? Let me know in the comment section down below. Also, if you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like and subscribe, clicking that bell icon to never miss a new video. Thanks for watching.